Good morning everyone. Welcome to our science classes. Here today we are going to discuss or learn about the class 8 science chapter number 11. The name of the chapter is your force and pressure. Okay student, so let's first there is the two sections. One is force and pressure. Let's first discuss about the force. Okay, in your daily life you always may exert some forces. Okay, so if you have to recognize that this one is this function is called the forces. Okay student, so whenever you go to the playground and such like playing the football or cricket. Okay, so take the example of football playing. Okay, so here the ball which is first present at the rest position. Here the football which is be stable at some position. Whenever you come here and kick it, then from your leg you exert some force to the football to move. Okay student, so here in this case the action which is being doing by your leg is to that function to that your leg exert some forces to the football to move forward. Okay, or in case of when you are riding bicycle, then with the help of your leg you pedaling your cycle. Okay, so from the force that will be exerted the pedal to move the cycle forward. Okay, so this is the another example of force. And take another example. Suppose whenever you have to your door is closed, you try to open it. Okay, then in some cases you have to pull the door. Okay, and whenever you want to close the door, then you push the door. Okay, so mainly the force work on two principles, that is your pull and push. Okay, so whenever you want to open a drawer, okay, then you have to pull the drawer. Okay, and you want to close the drawer, then you have to push the drawer. Okay, and in many ways always the principle of force is worked on these two words, that is pull or push. Okay, suppose if I ask you to move the table from here to there, you may try to push the table from here to there. Okay, and another one you have to move this move in the other direction and you pull the table to move one place to another place. Okay, student, the force is nothing but a sensation that where we pull or push something. Okay, by applying our that may be in muscular force or there may be any type of forces. Okay, so let's first discuss the effect of forces. Okay, so let's discuss some points. Suppose, okay students, so here we are going to discuss about the some effect of force. Okay, so what the effect which will be occurring in our daily life. Okay, so firstly is change the force, which is change the shape of an object. Okay, so whenever you take a ball which is made of sponge, whenever you press it, okay, then its shape changes. Okay, and take a ball which is made of mud. Okay, then you have to press any by the applying force you can make it any type of shape. Okay, so here we conclude that the force changes the shape of an object. Okay, next is the force to make an object at a rest to move. Okay, so take the example of playing football in the ground. Okay, so the ball which is present at the rest position, when you kick the ball, then the football start moving. Okay, so whenever you until you don't kick the ball, then the ball present at the same position, that is rest. Okay, so when you kick the ball, the ball which is present at rest position, it starts to move. Okay, so here we know that the force helps to make an object which is to move, which is starting present at the rest position. Okay, next one is the force change the speed of a moving object. Okay student, so suppose here the ball moves on this direction. Okay, and whenever you apply another force on this ball, then the ball is move in some more speed. Okay, so and in the same cases when you riding a bicycle, then the cycle moving in such a speed, then you pedaling in some more speed, then the cycle moves in more speed. Okay, so when a moving object moving in such in this direction and the force applied on the same direction, then the speed of the moving object it will be increased. Okay, next it will change the direction of your moving object. Okay, so here the ball is moving on this direction. If we apply the force in the opposite direction, then it will be come at the rest. Okay, in the time of playing football also we have used someone which will kick the ball in our opposite team, then we have to defend the ball. Okay, then at that time we apply the when the ball moves just like here, then we apply the force on this direction, so the football come at the rest position. Here we know that the force which also change the direction of the moving object and also it comes to the rest. Okay, suppose if the ball is moving in this direction, if you apply the force on this direction, then the direction of the moving object will be changing to this direction. Okay, so the force helps to change the direction of the moving object. These are the some effect of the force. Now discuss about the type of forces. Okay, so here we discuss about the type of. So mainly there are two type of force. First is your contactual force, your connect force, and another name is your non-contact force. Yes, what is your contact force? Next one is your non-contact force. So dear student, if someone asks me to move a table from here to there, then we physically contact with the table, we touch our hand with the table, then we have to push it. As a result, the table moves from here to there. Okay, so in this case, the force can be possible to apply when we in the contact with the table. Okay, someone asks to open the door. Okay, then we have to touch the door, then we have to pull it. Okay, so in this case also we have to in contact with the body, then in that we want to apply our force. Okay, so this type of forces are called the contact forces. Okay, so what are the non-contact forces? We have to in every cases we have to don't need to contact with the body that we want to apply the forces. Okay, so let's if you are in your childhood, you may also playing with the magnet. Okay, suppose here there are two magnets are there. Okay, so there one is north pole and the south pole, and this is your north pole and south pole. Okay, so in the magnet there are two poles are there. One is north pole and south pole. If you have to come in contact with the two magnets, then they may attract each other or they may repel each other. Okay, in this way there is not need to touch them in the physical contact. In there some distance also they may attract each other or they may repel each other. In this case, there is no need to contact with the two bodies which are want to exert their forces. Okay, in the another example we may also take whenever we throw a stone to the sky, then after some time the stone fall down onto the earth. Okay, so in this case we must have imagined which forces are pull the pull the stone to the downward. Okay, so there is no any contact force which pull the stone to the earth. Okay, in this case some non-contact force are also be acting upon the body. Okay, so dear student, so now we just discuss briefly about these two types of forces. Okay, so student, here we are first going to discuss about in the previous time we have discussed that the force are maybe two types, that is one is contact force and other one is your non-contact force. So let's first discuss about the contact force. Okay, so those forces which are only can be acted by the contact in between the two bodies. Okay, so the contact force may be anotherly classified into three categories, that is your muscular force, then the frictional force, and third one is your elastic force. Okay student, So first force are the two types, contact and non-contact. Then contact force also can be classified into three groups, which is muscular force, frictional force and elastic force. So let's first discuss about the muscular force. Okay, so here someone asked to carry a luggage from one place to another place. Okay, so in that case we may use our muscle power to move to carry the luggage and move from one places to another place. Or in other words, if someone asks to move a table, then we have to push the table with the help of our muscular forces. In that cases, the force which will be exerted from the muscle of any living body, then it will be called as the muscular forces. Okay, so the another example of the muscular forces is your bullock cart. In this case, we use the two bullock to move a cart. Okay, so in this case, the bullock are use their muscular power to convert into their muscular force and move the cart. Okay, so these are the example of the muscular forces. And next one is your frictional force. Okay, so what is the frictional force? So whenever suppose if you are moving in a cycle, or if you kick a ball, okay, suppose here a football which is present at red position, if you kick the ball, okay, so the ball is moved such distance, and after traveling some distance, the ball will come at the rest position. Okay, here the ball move from position A to position B. After traveling some distance, the ball automatically come into the rest. Okay, so why the ball will become the ball, why it will become to the rest position? Okay, if you apply the force, then it have to move and move and move. Okay, it don't need to stop at any position. Okay, so it will be clear that if you apply some force to move the ball, then such a force are presented there, that the force which will act in the opposite direction of the movement of ball, such a result that after some time the applied force of U will be zero and the ball which will be come into the rest. Okay, student. So there is a force which will be always acting on the movement of the opposite direction of the moving body. That force is called your frictional force. Okay, student. The frictional force always acting on the moving body. Okay. So this is the example of the frictional force, that is whenever you move, when riding a bicycle, when you at a sudden moment you want to stop your bicycle, then you have to press your brake. Okay, brake that are be suppose this is a wheel, and the brake which will be placed at the down the below of the wheel of your cycle, that will be rubbed with the ring of the bicycle, and after some time the cycle will be stopped. Okay, in this case also the frictional force will be active. Okay, so the frictional force is a force that will be always act on the opposite direction of the moving body. This is also a contact force. Okay, now come to the next type of force, that is the elastic force. Okay, so there is spring which will be present in your pen, which will be okay. So if you press a spring, then after some time if you leave the spring, then the spring will be jump like here and there. Okay, so what type of force which will be come inside the spring, and it will be help us to jump, help it to jump. Okay, so there is some elastic substance are present there. They restore some energy. Okay, when you press it, then it restores some energy, and when you release it, then it restores its energy and it have to move. Okay, take an example of rubber also. If you stretch it, okay, then after some time when you leave it, it automatically restore its original position. Okay, so this type of forces which shall be called as the elastic force. Okay, then we clear the three type of contact force, that is the muscular force, frictional force and the elastic force. Now we discuss about another type of forces, that is the non-contact force. Okay, so this type of force which can be exerted by at a separate distance, not always need to come comes in contact with each other and exert the force. Okay. So there are some example of the non-contact force are the magnetic force, gravitational force, electrostatic force, and the nuclear force. Okay, these are the four type of non-contact force. Let's learn one by one. That is magnetic force. Okay, in your childhood you also playing with some magnets. Okay, or in other, suppose here is a magnet presented here. Okay, and here is a iron nail. Okay, at a certain distance, if the magnet and the iron nail is such far away, then they don't attract each other. Then the magnet don't attract the iron nail. Okay, but after some time, if the magnet come into contact such small distance, then the magnet pull the iron nail and come into the contact of the magnet. Okay, so this type of forces don't need to in the physical contact, but at a such smaller distance the magnetic force will be act. Okay, but in case of magnet, suppose here is the magnet and iron, but when we take the two pieces of magnet, okay, then every magnet has two poles, one is north pole and another is your south pole. Here in this magnet also there is two poles that will be act, that is north pole and south pole. If the north pole and south pole, here the two opposite poles are there, the two opposite poles of magnets are attract each other. If here this is your south pole and this will be your north pole, then here the two same poles are there, then they will be repel each other. Okay, so in the case of magnet, two opposite poles of magnet are attract each other, and the same pole of magnet are repel each other. That means they want to move away from each other, and in the opposite cases they want to come into the contact with, or they come into closer to each other. Okay, so this type of forces are called the magnetic forces. Next one is your gravitational forces. Okay, the simple if the formula of gravitational force Fg is equal to mg. Okay, so according to the law which is produced by the Sir Isaac Newton, everything on the earth and the universe that have some mass, then they possess a gravitational force and they attract the another thing. Suppose this one is chalk and this chalk has some mass and I have also some mass, then I have such a gravitational force and this chalk also with some gravitational force. Here the chalk want to attract me and I also want to attract the chalk, but our mass is smaller, so our attraction force also be smaller. But when we consider our earth, okay, so whenever we throw some stone to our, whenever we throw a stone to the sky, then after some time the stone return back to the your ground and fall on the ground. Okay, so why this can be possible? Here is the earth, okay, and the center of earth there is made of very heavy metals. Okay, so as a result, earth possesses such a huge gravitational force, that is your earth gravitational force is equal to 9.8 the earth gravitational force is your 9.8 meter per second. Okay, this is the earth gravitational force. In this force, earth pull everything which will be called in contact in the nearer to the earth surface, it will pull it in such a speed. Okay, so when we throw a stone to the sky, okay, when you throw a stone to the sky, then earth pull it with the speed of 9.8 meters per second square and reaches the ground. Okay, in this way, no contact in between the stone and earth will be necessary to pull it. Okay, so this is another type of non-contact force, that is the gravitational force. Okay, and another one is your electrostatic force. Okay, student. So when we call about electric, in your home also there are the electric appliances are there, your bulb, fan, okay, electric heater, fridge, AC, all these are run with the electricity. Okay, this electricity will be induced by the movement of electron. Okay, So when we deal with the fundamental study about the electrostatics, there are two charged particles are there. One is positive charge particle, another is negative charge particle. Okay, these are the charge particle. So mainly the negative charge particle is your electron, and the positively charged, that is your proton. Okay, so these two type of charge may produce the electrostatic force. Okay, when the two here the positive and negative, these are the two opposite charges. In the cases of electrostatics also, two opposite charges attract each other. Okay, and when we take two positive and positive charges and two negative and negative charges, in this case when we try to come in contact with each other, then they tend to repel from each other, they want to move from each other. So in the cases of same charges, they repel each other, and in case of opposite charges, they want to contact each other and they attract each other. Okay, as a result they exert a force, and such type of force are called the electrostatic force. And next one here, nuclear force. Okay, so suppose here the chalk is there. Inside the chalk, when you observe the chalk in the microscope, then you observe, suppose here the structure of chalk is there, and when you observe this chalk in the microscope, then the numbers of small objects are there. Okay, so these small objects are called the atom. Okay, everything in this universe are made up of atom. Okay, so inside the, suppose this is an atom, and inside the atom is present, this is called your nucleus. Okay, student. So inside the atom, a various heavier particles are present there. This is called the nucleus, and this nucleus helps to come to the and gather the another atom. Okay, and make to contact each other. Okay, so this nucleus also exerts a force, and that force is called the nuclear force. As a result, an atom can be able to made up of, a body is able to made up of numbers of atoms, and the numbers of atoms are come, they bind together and make a object. Okay, so these are the example and description about the contact and non-contact forces. So here student, we are discuss about the another point of view, another point of the force and pressure, that is the exploring forces. Okay student, so here suppose this is a box which is made up of iron. Okay, if you try to push it, okay, try to push it, then if you are unable to push it, then you can't use another friend. Okay, then you can't use another friend, and you two are want to push it, then the box will be moved in such a way. Okay, so in this case what happened to you, here the some forces will be applied by you, and the some forces which was applied by your friend, then the force which will be you and your friend, both of you are applied into the same direction. Okay, so in this case, suppose your force applied may be 5 Newton and your friend apply your 10 Newton forces. Then these two forces are add up and act upon the body. Okay, so here we conclude that if the two forces, or there is a number of forces which all are act upon the same direction, then the forces, if the force are act on same direction, so the resultant force will be adding of the, suppose your F1 force, F2 force, F3, here the force applied by you is F1 and force applied by your friend is F2. Then these two forces add up and act as a resultant force on the body. Okay, if you ask your friend to push it into such the opposite direction of the body, okay, then it cannot move the body. Okay, if the forces are act on opposite direction, then they will cancel each other and the maximum force will be here suppose if you apply 5 Newton forces and your friend apply 10 Newton forces, then your 10 minus 5, that will be 5. Then if your friend apply in this direction, then 5 Newton force will be act upon the body on this direction, and this will be capable, then it will be moves on this direction. Okay, so if your two forces are opposite direction, suppose you apply the 5 Newton and your friend also apply 5 Newton, then these two forces are cancel each other. If your friend forces is more than you, then the sum forces that will be remain after the cancellation, then this force will be act upon the body. Okay, next one, suppose you have to playing in your childhood, that is your in your childhood time, you played a game that is your tug of war. Okay, tug of war. So in that game, a red ribbon is present in the middle of the rope, and then two side number of students will be take the rope and they pull it. Okay, in the opposite side also there is number of students are represented there. Okay, and they also try to pull this rope in this direction, and the other team will be try to drag into this direction. Okay, so those team which have higher force applied to it, then the rope will be, the ribbon will be moved on this side. Okay, so in this case also the force which will be greater one, then suppose this team apply 50 Newton forces and this team apply the 40 Newton force. Okay, then 50 minus 40, that will be 10 Newton force. Okay, so in this way the rope will move in by a force of 10 Newton. Okay, so these are the your exploring forces. Okay, so now discuss about the another point, that is the unit of force. Okay, so according to the second law of Newton, okay, Newton's law, second law of Newton, the equation of force, that is force is equal to m into E. Okay, so force is the mass in the formula of force is equal to the mass into acceleration, and the unit of force is according to the Sir Isaac Newton. Okay, so the unit of force, that is also Newton. Okay, that is also represented as in the form of capital N. Suppose I have written also that the force applied by body is 50 Newton. Okay, in this way you have read that 50, not N, 50 Newton. Okay, so the unit of force is Newton, and the smaller case, that is also a unit, that is your dyne. Okay, this is the CGS unit of your force, and Newton is the SI unit of the force. This is the bigger unit and this is the smaller unit. Okay, so the CGS unit is dyne and the SI unit of force, that is the Newton. Here Newton is also represented as the in the form of capital N. Okay, so here student, we have clearly discussed about the force, that is the first the two type of forces are there. One is contact force and another is non-contact force. In case of contact force also we have clearly discussed, and in non-contact force also we clearly discussed. And we also discuss about the when the two forces are acting in the same direction, that is they will be add up, and if the two forces are acting in the opposite direction, then they will be minus each other. Okay, and another one, that is the unit of the forces. Okay, now come to our next point, that is the pressure. Here we complete the discussion about force, and here we now discuss about the pressure. Okay student, here we try an experiment that you take a chalk and take a iron needle, and you want to move into press it in, you bite through a hammer and to try to move it, move the nail and chalk inside the one. Then you have to, after some time you have seen that the nail which will be easily which will move inside the wall, and the chip which will be broken down. Okay, so what will be happen? And also take another example. If anywhere that is a Dunlop bed is there, okay, if you stand there and observe your friend how much it moves deeper, and after some time you lie down on the surface of the Dunlop bed and say your friend to observe the your movement of the bed. I am surely that your friend say that when you stand, then the bed will be moved more down. When you stand upon it, then the bed will be moved more down, and when you lay down onto the bed, then it will just move at a smaller. Okay, so what will be happening in this case? Your whole mass of your body act on a small surface, and what will be when you sleep on the bed, then the whole mass of your body will be distributed on a large area. Okay, so that case the force upon the bed will be minimized here, and the force of your body will be maximum because here the area will be small. Okay, so this type of force exerted by you is termed as the pressure. Okay, so pressure, the formula of pressure equal to force per unit area. Okay, so here the force applied by your body on this unit area is called the pressure, and also here the force applied by your body on this area also be called the pressure. Okay, so here that the area will be minimum, in this case the denominator will be minimum, then your result will be maximum. If the denominator will be minimum, then the result will be maximum. This is the normal concept of mathematics. And if the area, that is the denominator will be maximum, then the result will be minimum. Okay, student. So if the area of contact will be maximum, then the pressure will be minimum. Okay, and if the area of contact is the minimum, then the pressure will be maximum. Okay, so here if you stand that there is smaller area at that you have to stand, then here the bed then you exert a more pressure to the bed. As a result, it will move more downwards, and if you lie down on the surface of the bed, the surface area will be maximum. As a result, you exert less pressure, so the bed moves less downward. Okay, so this is the normal concept of the pressure. So just try to find the unit of pressure. Okay, unit of pressure. Okay, just try how to find. We just find to unit of pressure. We know that your pressure is equal to force by area. Pressure is equal to force by area. We previously discussed that what the unit of force? The unit of force is your Newton, and area means length into breadth. Okay, so here Newton by the length, the unit of length is also meter, and unit of breadth that is also meter. Okay, so what will be the result? The P equal to Newton upon meter square. Okay, so what will be result? The unit of pressure is the Newton per meter square. Okay, so this is another way. This is also be called Newton. This is Newton per meter square. Another Newton meter square meter to the power -2. Okay, and the Newton per meter square. In this type, three type of notation are there. Are the your unit, that is Newton, your unit for the pressure, and all these things are simply called as your Pascal. Okay, so your Newton per meter square is also called the Pascal, and the unit of pressure is also Pascal. Okay, here 1 Newton per meter square is equal to 1 Pascal. Okay, So here 1 liter per meter square is also called the 1 Pascal. So what will be the unit of pressure? The unit of pressure is the Pascal. Okay student? Okay student, so now take some example of pressure and also some application of pressure also, the concept of pressure. If our mother, they will be hold the butter which will filled with water, and when they suppose there is a head of human beings, and if we carry a water, okay, then the contact is a very small point, then the whole force of this bottle will be act on a very small point, then it exert a huge pressure to our hand. Okay, as a result we are unable to carry this powder for a long distance. If we use a band of cotton, okay, our mother which will use a piece of round shape circle type thing that will which is made up of cotton. As a result, here the contact, okay, so the area will be increased. As a result, the pressure of the powder on the head also be decreased. So we are easily carry the powder as to a long distance. This is the one application of the pressure also. And whenever here the camels which are mainly lives in the desert, okay, as such a way their adaptation, their feet will be designed as such a this type is a bigger or flattened shape. If we walk on the sand, then our feet are just like here, so it will be the area of contact will be maximum, so we exert higher forces, so our feet will be deep inside the sand, so we are unable to walk more distance on the sand. But in case of camel, their feet will be flattened, so their area of contact will be increased, so force will be minimum. As a result, pressure will also be minimum, so they can easily move or walk on your sand area, okay, or on the desert. Okay, so this is the application of the or example of the pressure. Now let's discuss or another way when you carry your airbags, okay, in the strap of your that you will be carry on your shoulder, that is quite like thicker, okay. As a result, the area of contact will be also increased, so pressure of the bag on your shoulder will be decreased. If your strip of the bag is like very thin, then you can feel the pressure of the bag as a huge amount, so you cannot be able to carry your bag for a longer time, okay. If you want to decrease the pressure of the body, then we must have to increase the area of contact. As a result, pressure will be minimum, okay. So now discuss the various pressure exerted by the liquid, gases and various solids, okay. So here we are going to discuss about the pressure exerted by the liquids, okay. So liquids, in which manner they exert their pressure. Suppose there is a container, we fill the container with water, okay. So take a hole from here and exert a pipe from here, and also immerse a pipe from here. We must see pipes here, A, B and C. You can practically observe that the water will flow from here just like this and just like this, okay. So those pipes which are at a higher distance, they exert the water flow from there at a low pressure, and the pipe which will be present at middle pressure, they also exert middle pressure, and the pipe which will be present at the below the depth of the container, which exert higher pressure when water exert and water removed from this pipe, okay. Here we conclude that the pressure of the liquid at the depth, when depth will be increased, then the pressure will be increased, okay. When the depth of the liquid increased, and the pressure also be increased, okay. So when continuously depth will be increased, then the pressure also be increased. Okay, so whenever we go to the deep of the sea, then there will be huge pressure. At that time we feel the pain in our head and air. So this is the pressure exerted by the liquid. Okay, students, so here now this is about the pressure exerted by the gases. Okay, so take a container and fill it with water and place a cardboard. Here is cardboard. Yes, place a cardboard on the mouth surface of this container. Okay, and place your hand just like that here and flip the container just like here. Okay, after some time remove your hands from the cardboard. You have seen that the cardboard won't fall downward, and the water also the water present inside the container also be present at the center. Here this is one type of magical effect, because the cardboard presently there is no any type of contact in the downward support. Okay, so the cardboard unable to fall down. Here the gas which is present inside this area which exert a upward force to your cardboard. As a result, the cardboard unable to fall down, and the water present inside the container also remain a stable condition. This is here we conclude that this gases, the gas from here they exert a upward force to the cardboard. Okay, so here we are going to discuss about this experiment that is called the Magberg experiment. Okay, so in the 17th century, a German scientist named Otto von Guericke, okay, this is a German scientist which made a dramatic experiment at the Magberg city, which is present at Germany. Okay, so this experiment is called the Magberg experiment. The experiment will take place at the city of Magberg, which is present in Germany. So it is called the Magberg experiment. Okay, this experiment will be performed by a German scientist named Otto von Guericke. Okay, in the 17th century, he made such a dramatic experiment. At that experiment, he used two bronze hemispherical means it's just a sphere-like structure, and hemispherical means it will be cut down and divide them into a two parts. Okay, this is just like a hemicircle structure. Okay, and another here this is the hemicircular structure, and this is the another hemicircle structure. Okay, here the two hemicircle of this is made up of bronze. Okay, he arranged a two hemicircular bowl of bronze and contact each other and remove all the air present inside it. Okay, by the vacuum tube. Okay, so here they remove all the air which will be present inside it and use the rope and bind every side at 8 horses. Okay, here the 8 horses are there. Here the 8 horses are there, and they decide to pull the horse by these two sides. Okay, and they want to prove that the power of atmospheric pressure. Okay, he just like arrange their experiment here just like that. Here there the two hemicircular bronze bowls are there. They connected each other, and the air will be atmospheric air that will be removed from these bowls, and in this the two opposite direction 8 horses are trying to pull it. Okay, so as a result of this experiment is that the horse will be tied up and they won't able to separate these bowls. As a result, he concludes that if there is no atmosphere in there, then there is a lower pressure created at there, and here outer side there is a higher pressure of air is there. So as a result, it exerts a very huge contact force. As a result, the horses are unable to separate the two hemispherical bronze discs. Okay, so here they want to conclude, or they want to create an image about the atmospheric pressure. Here we conclude the Magdalena experiment and also conclude the chapter which is force and pressure. Okay, thank you so much. Have a good day.